Stanley, cute as can be, Stanley. Heh. Damn it. That sucks. I just freaking dropped the window, and that's a heavy window on the very tip of my finger. It's the kind that, like, hurts in your armpit. I hate that stuff. I don't like pain. Who likes pain? People like pain. There's some people, they like pain. It's such a weird thing. They get off on pain or watching other people suffer. It's such a weird way to be. Seems like we could evolve past that. It was funny at the coffee shop this morning. People are feeling this Aries energy. Some people are handling it quite nicely. They're coping pretty okay. But some of the things that I've seen around me and things that I come across my radar are examples about how maybe things aren't rectifying so well. You know, with these set energies that are happening and their potentials. The place across the street caught fire a couple days ago. That was kind of an interesting thing. People are fired up. You know, they're driving it more and more like assholes. People are getting offended. They're being snarky. They're short-tempered. I offended someone today. I don't ever mean to offend anybody, but I'm just like, this stuff is new to me, you know. I've lived in ghettos before in very poor parts of towns, but this is the first time I've lived in a ghetto in a rural area, you know. And I don't, you know, it's like, if people didn't want to call it a ghetto, maybe they wouldn't let packs of dogs run around all the time. There's garbage all over the place. There's garbage everywhere. But I don't know. People seem to be pretty comfortable and pretty happy. If I had a big old truck, if my big old truck hadn't perished in Flagstaff, I'd just go around and pick up garbage and do dump runs. And then be like, tell the city to make an arrangement. I'll keep going around and doing this, you know. If I could, you know, out of the goodness of my heart, but I ain't gonna freaking pay the city to freaking drop off garbage that they should be picking up, you know. So, anyway, things are getting real weird. Zach was freaking ranting today. He was like on fire like several times a day. I'm like, okay, that's how he's handling the Aries energy. You know, calling everybody idiot. I'm just like, I can relate. I sounded like him before. But it's just like, I know where he's at, man. Just fire, just feeling on fire. That's why I meditate. And otherwise, I don't know. I don't think I'd be having very much fun right now. What else is going on? Oh, yeah, he was decoded because it wasn't until late last night that I found out about that Alec Baldwin dude shooting two people. I'm just like, we were talking about that at the coffee shop. I'm like, I could, you know, it was a John Eric Hexum was the first thing that I thought of. That was the first one that I thought of, you know, and Zach decoded it all already, and Peter Scolari. I mean, it's just also predictable. It's also predictive, you know, and if Zach would just freaking look at astrology, man. I think his frustrations, it would reduce his frustration substantially. It's reduced. Benny got the chair. Luna was on it earlier. It's reduced my frustrations about things. Yep. It's helped me to let things go a lot more. You know? People have free will. They're going to act how they're going to act anyway. I never liked that Baldwin guy. Never. Never. All the people, all the false for profits that people really are into, I ain't really ever been into a whole lot. Never really been mainstream. So more fiery energy. What was it? The reveal report just a little while ago. George, he was on fire. He had to stop. Stop the conversation and put the hammer down. George, in his little black tie, his little black shirt. You could talk about politics in other chats, but not in this one. I'm just like, oh my God. Okay, let me make a list of topics that I can talk about and whatever freaking YouTube conversations that people are having all over the interwebs. Okay, so can't say this here. I'm just like, oh, it's that, oh, Aries. that moon, full moon in Aries energy. People are like, I haven't been too much. I got to, just basically, I went to the coffee shop, came home, and Mom and I just hung out. She went to bed and laid down early. Benny's got the chair. He's all settling in, you know. And Tucker's in his comfy spot. Tango's around here somewhere. Stanley's running around. Artie's back in his quiet time. Luna, she got the rocking chair earlier, and it was funny because I was like, that chair is coveted by Benny and me, but he always gets it. But Luna got it, and then she was like whining, and I'm like, what, you want me to rock you? So I start rocking her. And then she's like, yeah, okay. And then she kept whining, and I said, oh, I'm sorry. So she wanted a massage and rocking at the same time, and then she was completely satisfied. And we went for a walk outside, looking at the sunset. Red at the bottom. There's fire over yonder. Red. It was really, really pretty. I didn't get very good. It wasn't a very good. Some days I'm just not getting the shot. I'm just supposed to absorb these sights in. These are supposed to be freebies. They're just supposed to be me enjoying the view and not capturing a moment. So that's all right. There's other days, and I got over 50,000 pictures already. Hey, homie, what's up? I am well today. It was a mellow day today, and people are just fire all around. A lot of mechanical trouble. Buddy lost a tie rod coming in from the Mesa yesterday. Lot of mechanical issues going on right now. Like, and I understand, and people are so cute when they're talking shadow band. Whatever. But at the review report, they kept talking about how they're having trouble connecting and how maybe somebody's trying to keep them from them. I'm like, give me a break, dude. They just did another update. YouTube Studio, the interface was different. That Barack, that chick, the astrology chick that channels the Palladian sometimes, that's over in Greece, she was having trouble. The same issues that they were having on the review report. And oh, it cracks me up, man. What else? There's a lot more stuff. Like, it's weird, the stuff I see in Twitter and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I see that the more and more people are waking up. And I kind of see where things are kind of headed. But I'm never sure. I don't land on how any one way anything's going to be. Because I don't know the future, man. I don't know. I can plan. But but things are kind of like looking promising. And then it's like, but they're not, people aren't waking up fast enough. They're not, it's not happening fast enough is what the deal is. So it's like, oh no, they're not going to do it fast enough. So it's like, now there's going to have to be an earthly event, you know, because there hasn't been one. And besides, like, you know, but like a volcano in La Playa, I don't know why it's a Spanish island. It's closer to freaking North Africa, Gibraltar and stuff. But anyway, territory disputes and all that. It's just real estate. It's my island. Anyway, like, land belongs to anybody. It's so retarded. And I think these are some of the things that people are waking up to. You know. What else is going on in the world? It's been pretty quiet around here. Mom's happy. I'm so happy that we got her foot issue squared away, man. That was stressful. Let's just go through. Let's just see some of the climate of what's going on in the collective. According to Marjo's algorithms. According to mine. So, let's see. Give me a fucking break. Are you kidding me with this shit? The Illinois, I don't even know if this stuff is true. First of all, the mother looks like she's 12 years old. Illinois, I mean, I'm not laughing at the story, but this is just like, this is the ridiculousness of what this world is coming to. Illinois' mother killed by a stray bullet while reading Bible story to her baby daughter. Really? Aren't they trying to, like, create gun control, you know, in Illinois? It's like, in that Beetlejuice mayor or governor or whatever, that chick, man, she's what I like to call tapped out. Dude, go home, sit on your porch and watch sunsets, man. You're done. So many of these people are done, man. Their ideas are nil. So we're all going to let go, absolutely. What else is going on? Another California travel blogger among 2 killed in Mexico's Tulum. Hey, that's where's that shirt? I haven't seen that shirt in a while now that I think about it. I've been to Tulum. Had a nice time in Tulum. That was in 2011. It was right before the end of the Mayan calendar, so got a cool t-shirt. See, I go places, do things, get the t-shirt. Yeah, more perverts. Hey, you know, you got loved ones in your life, you got people in your life, you know, and they're traveling, especially in this day and age. You know, get routes and have checkpoints and have them check in. Because we live in a different world now. We live in a much, much different world. And all these young girls, all these young people, they're all freaking... I live in Taos. They're freaking all over the place. These pretentious D-bags and their fucking $90,000 Mercedes vans and bullshit with, you know, stuff like that, you know? It's just like, really? Really? How many houses do you have all over the place? But, you know, they sit empty while freaking the cracks of society get wider. But what the fuck ever, right? Oh, I got fired up at Ksenia Moore, and I'm like, dude, I'm done with her. That was my fired up today. I was making dinner. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, hey, Ma, check this shit out. I hear some bullshit and I gotta get it out. So I'm like, hey, Ma, how about this for some bullshit? This chick talks about how she takes her 13-year-old daughter, 13 in, for her initiation into the beauty treatment world, to have laser hair removal done. 13 years old. And she's butthurt because the clinic isn't allowing people in without getting some sort of vaccination. And I'm like, I'm offended that you would let your fucking okay, welcome to the world of superficiality, and she's gonna have that little fucking slit nose that they all have, and they're freaking they all look like aliens now. All these, and people I know with all their injections and shit, they all look the same. And I'm like, dude, you don't look real. So how am I gonna think your heart is of the authentic variety if your fucking face is fake? It ain't gonna happen. You know? It's not that world anymore. There's too many people that need... And some people I just laugh at. I'm like, that's what you paid for, huh? That's what you landed on? That's what you paid for, huh? You might want to ask for your money back. Oh my God. People are going to have a hard time with what's coming down the pike. Yeah. That I know, because it ain't me. It's because I recognize, because of how more and more people are talking. And when people talk about something, that tells me that their perception and what their reality is focusing on. And that's how we could make heaven and on earth. But no, people are freaking got to create this insanity bullshit first, because they got to experience insanity. I don't think it's so fun. I've seen plenty of insanity. It's not so fun. You know? Watching people go through traumatic events, I've been that person, and it's amazing how well I cope with things. I'm just like, you know? It's the little stupid bullshit that happens every day that fucking... Nope, not dealing with this shit today. You know, that's why I didn't even say... I just was like, Marge, get off her channel, never go back. 13 years old, letting your fucking 13-year-old... What the fuck? That is what's... And see, you know... How many people are in dire straits in your Australian community, but you spend your excess and all the money that you make and all the readings that you do? What are these people doing for other people? I would like to see more transparency of that, but nothing. They're just racking up the money in their bank account. I saw in a Joni Patry conversation the other day, this guy was whining. I can't get a loan from a bank because my dividends from my Bitcoin investments, I'm returning over $10,000 a week. And I'm like, what are you doing with your access, you stupid fuck? What are you doing to help other people? There's a need everywhere you look. But people just keep putting it in the bank and buy them little fucking Teslas and their big stupid fucking trucks that they don't know how to park and drive. They're not doing what people say they're living in their spirit, and they keep living more and more from their ego. And they're talking the talk. You know, but then they bust themselves out by talking about some bullshit on some superficial, earthly freaking 3D bullshit, you know? Doctrinating your freaking daughter into the world of superficiality. It's fucking gross. Do better. Do better, parents. You know? Oh, people that don't have kids have no business talking about how to raise them. You know what? It's easy to see your mistakes. So yeah, I can. Anyway. Freaking the way people enable their kids, I'm like, man, they ain't gonna be fit. They are not fit to handle what's next, these sensitive kids. Mommy! Like, you know. Anyway. Yeah, Alec freaking Baldwin's a scumbag. Doesn't surprise me a bit. That's the thing that's fucking ridiculous. It's like, you know, accident on the set, but he got 2. So what'd you do? See, and when I was a child, I went off about this at the coffee shop today. I was like, when I was like 4 years old, Mom had I was like 5, 6, because it was after we moved. Okay, so we live in Project City, so 6, 7. Well, we'd go around playing war. Right? We go around, you know, guns, or, you know, playing war. We go around, and we lived in rural Northern California, so it was easy to, mimic freaking Vietnam and stuff like that. Mom had a boyfriend, Larry Hickey, and he's a Vietnam vet, and this was in, so it was like 70 or 80. It hadn't been that long since his experiences. So we'd go out, one time I pointed like a stick at somebody. He freaking reamed my ass. You never point anything at another. It's a threat on a person's life. Even if it's a stick, it's that intent. It's a heart space. You do not do it. So, but people get paid millions of dollars for pretending. And these are all rituals, and these are all things that people are figuring out. Because the evidence is there, and the truth has a vibration, and people are raising to the frequency to match the frequency of truth. So it's like everybody's getting spun up because the shamanic residents. So everybody's getting spun up, and they're like, oh wait, get hit by a freaking sunbeam of knowing. Oh shit, that makes sense. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. And they're gonna start seeing evidence of how these things are, reality, and we're coming up on how, prime freaking sacrifice season. And you know what's weird? People would buy a ticket just to see, just because they're curious, and they know people that do that, because that's why they have horror movies that are about these freaking weird, twisted, sadistical freaking storylines, and then they're like, oh, okay, look at the credit cards of the people that go to these movies. So we know their algorithm, we know what they like, so let's give them a little more what they like, and invite them to these places. And the stuff that people do out of curiosity, it's disgusting. I remember one club I went to. Oh, little Tango's waking up. He's so sleepy. He's so cute, so cute. He sleeps on the cat stretcher. And the bar's long since closed, but it was like, we'd go there, and then like at a certain time it turned to goth night, right? So my buddy, he was trying to hook up with some dude or some shit. I don't know, freaking weirdos. Whatever, and it like turned to goth night, and I was just like watching stuff, and I'm just like, man, like the crowd changed, the feeling changed, obviously the music changed, but like some dude like nailed his nuts to a board, and I'm just like, get me the fuck out of here, dude. This is not stuff that you freaking play. This is not entertaining. This is twisted. And I've been a part of too much twisted stuff. So the planet needs to de-twist. So I'm always like, why do people like those freaking scary movies? Don't they know what happens to people on milk cartons? Don't they know? Haven't they ever seen us? Oh, maybe they ain't never seen a snuff film. Those are very real, and they're very disturbing. And I always wondered what happened to those people. I know one girl that like showed me one. She's long dead. I don't know. She did a lot of drugs. You never can. It was her time. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Yeah, see, and then the parents think it's cute. And I'm just like, you're fucking, what's wrong with society? But you don't point at nothing, And he got two. But it was definitely in line with the ritual of freaking Zach is brilliant at this shit. I'm not in line with how he talks shit about freaking people that believe in God as a higher power. Whatever. I ain't in talk. I think rich people are fucking more idiotic than people that believe in God is a higher power. But I don't know. But he'll have his chance, I guess, his opportunity, because everybody's gonna have their come to Jesus. A lot of people have already had their come to Jesus, so I don't know. And if he doesn't, it's his path. It's none of my freaking business anyway. But I talk shit about people. We just talk shit about different demographics is all. But he did the decode that he did was all about, Russell Crowe. Or not Russell Crowe. I said that wrong. The Crow. Brandon Lee. The Crow. And Bruce Lee, his dad, I mean, it's just all scripted. It's all of it is, And then it's like, who isn't? Who isn't involved with some sort of secret society? And it's like one system feeds the other system, and it's like they all are, And it's just like, okay, well, how much Marge can you live with? Well, I live with enough to freaking watch Hulu. I got rid of my freaking Netflix subscription last year when I left Oregon and never redid it. I do watch, I'll get off here and go in and watch Weeds. But last night, it was an outage. I couldn't watch anything. There was a mass outage, and when I looked at outage.com for Hulu, it was it went from 13,000, and then it was up over 24, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm done with technology. So I try to find some, something that I could just listen to as I drift away. And I'm just not sleeping at nights right now, so that's just how it is. Everything is here. Yeah. Yeah. Things are going to get so crazy. I'm so glad I don't live in a big city. Holy shit. And if anybody needs to bug out, dude, freaking northern New Mexico, it's a nice place to be. Freaking places to live are as hard to come by anybody else, but it's a nice place to be. Yeah, accidental sacrifice on set. Apps for sure. It's just ridiculous. They all sell out. They all sold their soul. They all did. And that could just be compromising your own morals and ethics to do things that you're not cool with. That's all. So, giving little bits of yourself up just to freaking satisfy some freaking twisted ideology that has been perpetuated, but it's so outdated. But then I look at all the people now, and then I'm like, oh, these trust fund freaking people from boomers and stuff, they're lazy as fuck. So how are they going to perpetuate this weird, like they were talking before I left the reveal report tonight. They were talking about where they the vampires are meeting and stuff like that in these different big cities, I bet what I wonder what one was in Ohio, I think, Cleveland, Nathan. Anyway, but how some of them have been canceled. One of them, they're is it canceled or are they not letting people apply to go? So it's just their inner circle that's still doing it. That the way they said that was a little bit iffy. So yeah, see, and the thing of it is, I totally would have talked shit to the kid. Mike, didn't your parents ever teach you that you don't do that? That's not a game, kid. I don't give a fuck if the dad chimed in, too, because I'll fucking make him look like a dumb asshole, too. See, that's the thing, People, you light worker. No, I ain't all love and light, and people get that mixed up. People get that mixed up. They think that the new earth is all about love and light, where, no, it's more people are going to bite that apple, and you're going to see the darkness that exists on that planet. And then once the darkness is exposed, people are going to be like, nah, man, we don't want to live that way no more. So we're going to go over here and make heaven on earth. But people are free will, and they care more about their fucking Teslas and their big stupid trucks. Yep. Howtohunt.com. I'll have to check that out because I love that. All that I've been freaking studying survival stuff since I was a little kid. That's how I learned about shooting things. when I started to tell this story yesterday because I had a BB gun. My mom's boyfriend had it, and I took it, and we target practice, and I took it to a next level. And there, I hit one bird, and it fell off the power whatever line, telephone line, and died. And then the second one, it writhed and suffered, and I'm just like, that's it, I'm done. I can't do. I mean, unless I'm gonna eat the critter. Which, hey, if I get hungry enough, I'm gonna freaking kill a critter, skin a critter, eat a critter. I just, hopefully, God, hopefully I've done that enough in enough past lives that I can mark that off the list of fucking shit my soul has done. God's gonna give me little passes on. Maybe I'll just get little. Me and Ma don't eat much. We eat less than a fat guy. Hey, but you know what? That's the thing. Yeah, we always have an opportunity. And the thing of it is, hey, go, Hoka. I mean, a lot of stuff the stuff I say, because people will never forget me. People will never forget me. Like the kid in Oregon that freaking pulled up after me, because it's like, first, it's you can't pump your own gas because they're retarded. Unless everybody has to wear a mask, then you can for a little while. But anyway, that's another story. But the kid pulled up after me, and then like the guy went over to pump his gas. I'm like, that's what your parents freaking taught you to do? Fucking take cuts? I'm like, you had every opportunity to be like, no, dude, she was here first. But you didn't take that chance, did you? No, you didn't take that. You took the little bitch cutter way. And the guy's just like, I guarantee, anytime he ever cuts in front of anybody again, he will remember me. See, people remember me. They don't like me sometimes, but they remember me. I always get people to think. I don't care if people like me. I have been looking for my friends in my soul tribe since I was a little girl. And you know where I found it? In the birds, in nature. Dude, I get worked up or nervous or something in a city. I find the nearest tree and I'm just like, hey, what's up? What kind of bullshit have you been seeing today? Because I'm seeing all kinds of nonsense. We commune. I can always commune with nature. I can always find nature, a little piece of grass. Hey, man, what's up? Coming up out of the sidewalk, I don't care. So that's the thing, is like, people don't see me. They're just like, most people are just like, I can't believe this bitch is talking to me this way right now. And they can take a swing on me. I hope I can duck. I'm getting kind of old. But hey, if they make contact, I guess that's my karma. Well, yeah, people freaking think that, it's cool that I get to live in a certain kind of way. And I speak on it, then they get offended? That shit fucking cracks me up, yeah. You cut in line, I'd fucking chew you out, Jessica. There was a kid, Jeff Bilak, I went to school with, and people would make fun of him. He was like the one they call retard, stuff like that. And I was just like, later I found out that, we had like the same classes, just not at the same time. And I was like, I found out I was a little retarded, but it wasn't until later on in life. But see, instead of freaking, like, I don't know, I always read dictionaries and stuff like that. The stuff that I've drawn to, I've always looked to freaking educate myself. And it's been a lonely road, man. It's been a really lonely road. Oh, yeah, I'm like the bad manners police, man. He used to go around and be like, you're under arrest, and put people in pretend handcuffs, because, like, they were breaking the rules or what. I was never bad like that, but I would just, like, I just do what they're doing, more of an ass kind of way. I don't know. I guess if you're not get the recipient of it, it's kind of freaking interesting to see. But you get cut in line? Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. See? Thank you for clarifying. You could have just got really pissed off at me right there. See, yeah, I'd just light people up, you know? Just gotta learn how to duck. But I've taken plenty of punches right square in the face. My brother did. I lost the money to his in '88, the REM concert. I dropped it, came out of my pocket on the bus or somebody, I don't know what, it didn't. I was gone, and so I had to explain it, and he ended up unloading it, and we used to brawl. He was a wrestler, too, so it's like, I'm small, and I hate when people are I had to learn a lot on how to not let people get the best of me. Yeah. But I've been training my whole life for this shit, so what are you gonna do? It'd be a different story now. I tell you what. You know? Anyway, I think I've ran my mouth long enough. I'm gonna go eat another piece of caramel. Oh, this caramel is pretty freaking good. And the homies at the coffee shop, it makes me feel so good. See, it's medicine, dude. It's medicine, man. And when and when I get these testimonies on how these people are feeling about it, you know, they test it. Like one of the guys that comes down, and it's like where he gets to come and hang out too. I've never seen a place like this where people can just hang out. There's a regular rotation. People kind of come in, hey, what's up? You know, get a cup of coffee. You know, people pass the peace pipe, whatever. You know, there's kind of a nice camaraderie, you know. Carl, I'm going to try and make a YouTube. He's a self-proclaimed schizophrenic, and he makes music, and he gave me I think it's an M2 player. It's a very old device. I do not know if I can get it to work. I'm going to try it with my old Mac and see if I can make a music, because he's like, Marge, I want to get you a new truck. And somebody in the world may need to hear this music by Carl. And he brings all of his instruments to the coffee shop. And like he has a drum set and it's like covered with duct tape and stuff like that. And he's created his own instruments. You know, it's a wild, it's a trip. I'm like, thanks, God, for these characters, you know. It's really cool. I'm like, there ain't never been a TV show about something like that. Yeah, people hanging out, being away from their families, sitting on a bar stool, wasting their life away, but, you know. And a lot of people are similar in thinking. You know, some people aren't, and I think people politely either just, you know, keep their mouth closed. Anyway, gave homie a couple for his wife. She has fibromyalgia. And, he's like, she always does this. He was the one that somebody gave him a edible from a dispensary, and she was like, is it one of Marge's? And he's like, nah, it's from a dispensary, and she just pushed it back across the table and was like, nah. Anyway, so she eats it, right? And then it brings her pain level down. This is what they do for me too. That brings my pain level down. I've been talking for about an hour. And then, when I'm not mad about the physical pain that I'm constantly in, it freaking raises, it takes the density out of my energy field. I think about so many people on this planet, men and women, that are just assholes, basically because they're physically hurting. And my medicine makes people feel better. She was like up. She was trying to do the dishes, you know. He was telling me how he can hear in her voice when she's in so much pain, and we just went through a cold snap, and she was suffering particularly extra because of this cold snap. And I kept meaning to bring cookies. I kept forgetting, you know, because I had other chores that took more priority. So finally, you know, I'm like, this is why I do this, man. People gotta know that as shitty as they feel, you don't gotta take narcotics and freaking stupid, nasty, gross shit, you know, to feel better. I ain't never been falling down stone. Never in my whole entire life. Never. Never smoked a joint. Freaking fell over, passed out. You know, I mean, like I have obliterated, freaking removing my spirit with alcohol. Never. The places the alcohol took me, and I'm glad it didn't even take me as far as it could have. You know, and I ain't ever saying I'm never gonna drink again. I could get thirsty and tie on a nice little freaking buzz tomorrow. You know. Anyway, so I ain't that freaking, my willpower ain't that freaking rad. That's why I have to live every day one at a time.